You might already notice there's something fascinating about the way people who truly change everything. Because it's not just they believe differently, so they start operating differently. Much like how when you upgrade the engine of a car. It's not about driving on different roads, it's about driving differently everywhere. Maybe you've already begun to realise, in more ways than one, that transformation is less like fixing and more like installing a new operating system. You don't have to delete the old files. You simply run a better program, one that knows how to process everything in ways that make life smoother, faster, simpler. For example, have you ever seen how resilient bamboo is? It bends but never breaks. You bend too. As you realise the resilience, like bamboo, grows stronger each time it flexes, you start wondering, what if every challenge so far has been stretching me to that kind of strength? Now do you remember, now or later, humility, simply the wisdom to recognise that we all bend. You can feel how humility and resilience, they dance together inside you, like roots and branches of the same tree. Just like roots soak in nourishment, you're absorbing now. The belief that growth is inevitable. The belief that you are enough already. The belief that you can control how you experience reality any moment you choose. As those beliefs start to lock in, like puzzle pieces clicking effortlessly into place, you might wonder if it was always meant to be this easy. Because you see, when a sculptor looks at a block of marble, they don't worry about what's missing. They know the masterpiece is already inside. It's just a matter of removing the unnecessary parts. That's how forgiveness works too. Forgiving yourself and others doesn't add anything. It releases what isn't needed anymore. And the lighter you become, the easier it is to move. And speaking of movement, you already know that action creates clarity. Because when you walk through a foggy path, every step clears more of the road. As every step becomes easier, you realise something curious. People are drawn to those who move like they know where they're going. People follow those whose certainty and confidence radiates effortlessly. People feel seen by those who simply listen deeply. And people are magnetised to those who seem to say, to every word, every gesture, I like who I am. You might too. Now imagine what happens when humility, resilience, empathy, courage, integrity, patience and self-compassion, they aren't just traits you practice, but patterns you naturally express, unconsciously, like breathing. You start finding that taking responsibility feels empowering, not heavy. You notice how making amends strengthens you, rather than diminishing you. You observe how consistent positive action becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. And you discover that seeking support, setting boundaries, creating structure, they all become simple, obvious, and even enjoyable. Because of course, when you identify as someone who's transforming, everything else aligns automatically. After all, you wouldn't expect an athlete to try to work out. Just do it because it's who they are. You're the same. And maybe you already feel a little of that identity installing now. The identity of someone who attracts the right people and opportunities through magnetic energy. The identity of someone who lives with purpose and effortlessly contributes to others. The identity of someone who knows that problems contain their own solutions, that failure is only feedback, that emotions are signals, not prisons. And as you're starting to sense just how deeply these truths embed themselves, you can realise how much easier life flows when you remember that your presence is a gift, authenticity is attractive, curiosity and adaptability unlock success, and perhaps most importantly, self-approval. It's all that ever mattered anyway. Because as you approve of yourself more and more, you may find others approve of you naturally. As you notice how gratitude multiplies abundance, you also realise how detachment creates freedom. Like a well-designed symphony, All these beliefs, traits, behaviours, patterns, strategies, capabilities, identities, processes, they weave together perfectly. Not because you tried to memorise them, because your unconscious mind naturally knows how to integrate useful patterns, just as easily as it learned to walk, breathe, laugh, without needing to think about it. So you might wonder, now or later, how quickly and easily all of this is becoming your new default operating system. Whether you think of it like a bamboo forest, or a sculptor revealing a masterpiece, or a foggy path clearing step by step, you're already living it, because you're already enough, and you're already free.